I wear my face mask in my car so I can virtue signal in my neighborhood. And I wear my face mask when I walk so I can make sure they all know I'm really smart.
Keep your distance.
While they're deceiving me, it cuts my immunity. TV's got control of me. I turn it on, they say.
But this is not over yet.
Don't trust the man with the orange skin, oh no.
It comes from China. There has to be some form of punishment.
Don't mess around with the CDC numbers. Oh no, I can't believe it. We gotta make him a billionaire, oh yeah.
And then the final solution, which is a year to 2 years off, is the vaccine.
I wear my face mask in my house so I can stop a symptomatic disease spread to myself. And I wear my face mask when I bike so I can placate all the Karens at the park. And now the WHO is deceiving me. Trade freedom for security. TV's got control of me. I turn it on, they say. Don't take it off till the vaccine's here, oh no. Get microchipped and go back to work, oh yeah. Oh no, I can't believe it. He's not just a nerd, he's like a doctor too, oh yeah. The contact tracer's knocking at my door, oh no. I'm just a number. I wear my face mask in the car. I wear my face mask when I walk. I wear my face mask in my bed. I wear my face mask when I eat. I wear my face mask when I sleep. I wear my face mask, I can't breathe. Oh no. Yeah. Karen, you're annoyed, you're a big joke, screaming in the store, trying to be a good sheep all day. You got cloth on your face, want a mandate, spreading your fear all over the place. I'm saying, we will mock you. We will mock you. Call me with a trust fund, dumb, crying in the street, gonna defund police someday. You got cloth on your face, it won't stop mace. Watching you fail brings a smile to my face. We will mock you. Me, man. We will mock you. Biden, you're an old man, con man, pleading with with the herd, sniffing hair and groping kids all day. You got cloth on your face, sheltered in place. Now you want Kamala because of her race. We will mock you. Sheeple! We will mock you. Everybody, we will mock you. We will mock you.
All right, aloha everyone. I'm so excited for today. We have himself, Dr. Clown.
This guy. What's up, Steve?
How's it going, man?
Oh, the old flip
Why does it
flop.
keep switching? There we go.
That
There we
was
go.
cool, man. That was good. How are we doing?
StreamYard's got a mind of its own.
That's right. That's what keeps it interesting. I tell you all about the technical difficulties if you want to go down that road. I don't know if you do. we might incarnate some that we didn't anticipate.
Oh yeah. I even got my Dr. Clown jacket on today.
I was going to say you've got me a little outclassed, and I'm going to allow it because that is that's from my private collection.
Yep.
Yes.
I think you wore this in one of your videos, didn't you?
That's exactly right.
Yep.
That got run over by, what did it get run over by? Got hung up in the bicycle when I was coming back from doing this thing where I went and I posted up outside of the school that my back during the when they were forcing children to go to school with face diapers on and stuff. We had just moved to a new school. My daughter wanted to go to school, and it hadn't gotten the feces hadn't yet completely entered the fan, and but it was near the time when we were deciding, no, you're in fact not going to go to school. It's going to be back to doing the homeschool curriculum, and I was standing outside of the school with the with that jacket that you're wearing right there, and I had an interaction with the lady that was driving by, who stopped and was saying, what are you doing? You're scaring everybody. You're out here trying to scare the children and all this and that. And I'm like, no, I'm not trying to scare anybody. I'm standing here dressed as a clown with a sign. That's all I'm doing. I'm perfectly within my rights to do it. And, and she's telling me how completely ineffective my message is, right? And how pointless what I'm doing was, while she's stopped blocking, there's now about 10 or 12 cars that had backed up behind her, and that are honking their horn and stuff. And it was absolutely glorious, Steve. It was just to see the realization of her face that she's like, no, I'm doing exactly what Dr. Clown wants. Pleases me.
Yeah, I think you put a video or audio or
no, there's a
with
video
that.
of it actually. It's called like Back to School with Dr. Clown or something like that. I don't remember. It was a while ago, maybe 2020, like late 2020. Hi, Talk with Tiffany. Hi, Uncool Paranoia. Look, JM Unleashed is in the house tonight. Gigi is in it.
Unleashed.
Great to see you in here tonight.
Uncool Paranoia, my sister from another mister.
That's it. Travis Joe is in it. Yankees for Life is in the house.
Yankees for Life. Cool guy. Really cool guy.
The Blue Unicorn, all in the house up here. Steve Harloha. Glad you guys are hanging out here tonight. AI Gorithm IT is here.
I love that name.
It's indeed very nice. Very, very nice. Fantastic to see you here, Meemaw Patriot. Listen, I'm a Southerner. I had a Meemaw. I did. Talk with Tiffany. We got the hats that you sent us. Gigi, now listen, you've never seen or heard of Dr. Clown because we are mercilessly shadow banned on all of the most undesirable social medias and video streaming and platforms that you could possibly name, except for maybe some of these new weird ones that it's like you get all these weird views. It's like Rumble. When we stream and we go on Rumble, we get so many views on there, but nobody ever says anything. It's so weird. It's like there are these people that are watching these things, but I don't know. But on YouTube, we see nothing but backwards growth on YouTube, right? Subscriber count vaporizing before our eyes, right? View time going down and down and down. The truth
They love to unsubscribe you from people, but
yeah,
that's the whole point of this show. Is I love bringing people on that I think should have way more subscribers than they do, and that are shadow banned, and YouTube tries to hide. So
listen, Travis Joe is calling me out for my attire. He's and it's something that I struggled with, Travis Joe. I said, I'm going to be meeting some new people tonight, and I have to think about my attire, right? And I'm like, well, do I go for the real button-down scientific look, right? I mean, obviously, I choose a blue face diaper to protect all of you fine folks, but do I present myself in a do I want you to? I think that I need to put on my jacket, Steve. I don't think that it's right that I'm not wearing it, and in fact, Travis Joe has crystallized that idea in my mind as a concept that will not escape until I have my protective equipment fully engaged. Can you please stand by?
it may be it makes it more official.
Thank you. Steve, this is the kind of thing that you could have told me when we were backstage a little while ago. I said, no, Dr. Clown, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to humble yourself before a new community of people that have never been exposed before, and make them feel at ease in the presence of a scientific medical expert. The thing is that look, I'm going to go put my jacket on now, Steve. Please stand by.
Right on. And Gigi, yeah, that's those are. Well, I don't know if you were here when the videos were playing, but yeah, he can breathe in those. It's not like an actual mask. That's kind of the whole joke part. But just like mine. Hold on, I'll put mine on to make it more official. Get it off.
Okay, I can hear you again. Now
you can see right through it.
Oh, you're going to be perfectly fine with that.
Because
that's good technology that you've got there.
Hey, Miss Maskless.
Miss Maskless is in it. Now listen, Steve. Travis Joe, thank you for calling me out. I regret not having my attire correct and all of my necessary accoutrement. Okay.
Now that the Rona cannot spread,
we can
just in case there is prescription.
Yes. It's safe to get started now, Steve. In case you were wondering, we're all good to go now. All systems go.
I just want to make sure I don't catch anything through the computer screen.
You're going to be perfectly fine.
All right.
The stream is not frozen. I've just I've assumed I've gone into standby mode.
Well, the best part, or the bonus part about Dr. Clown and how he keeps us all safe from airborne viruses by protecting eye holes and ear holes and nose holes and mouth holes. And
that's right. All the potential viral vectors. Except for the eyes. Everybody knows that the Rona avoids the eyes.
Yep.
All of the most virtuous mask people understand this intrinsically.
And if you're eating, the Rona knows now's not a good time.
Well, yes, this is true. That is an astute observation, Steve. It pleases me. The information is starting to crystallize and become real.
But not only does he keep us safe from all that, also plays the didgeridoo.
That's correct,
Which,
Steve.
for the longest time, I could not remember that word. But
Well, it's not one
finally
that you
got it
do
now.
every day, unless you work at Outback Steaks, and then you're probably cursing the instrument every breath that you take. In the moment that you enter the store, there's probably, I assume they probably have it on. It's like when you work there, like maybe they're playing didgeridoo music like in the background for the people that work. Maybe that's not a thing anymore. I remember that used to be a big component of their advertising. But look, Steve, now that I don't have a television set, it's just, man, it's glorious. I have no idea what their advertising could possibly be now. But the point is that the instrument is, yes, it's right here. I have it. I brought it for you. We're going to play it. This is it. This one is made out of PVC. All right. Was heated over a campfire by some person outside of a Renaissance festival about 15 years ago. And they heat it up over a campfire and they bend it around and they mold it around like this to give it some sort of a unique shape. They char the end of it and they kind of flare it out a little bit there so that it's got a little bit of a bell.
That's pretty impressive because I work with I'm a plumber, so I work with PVC and to bend it like that and to mold it and shape it, that's got to take some time.
I knew that you'd be impressed. And interestingly, I have a few of these. The traditional didgeridoo is made out of eucalyptus limb that was hollowed out by termites over time and found, and they figured out that you can push air through one side of it and make cool sounds come out of the other. And but those are, of course, a eucalyptus tree. It's not exactly an indigenous species to our continent. And shipping stuff from Australia is brutal. And so it can be kind of complicated getting a real one. They're very expensive. So there's a lot of people stateside that make them out of all other kinds of cool woods that sound really awesome, and people that you can spend upwards of $1,000 easily on what would be, considered a professional didgeridoo. And I've never had one like that. All the ones that I've ever had have been fairly cheap, either this kind that are extruded, bent around PVC, or bamboo was the first one that I learned how to play on, was made out of just straight up bamboo. And those sound awesome, if you ask me. I don't have one anymore. They don't last a long time.
I didn't know they could go that expensive. I know shipping stuff from Australia can be, because me and Nina have some friends in Australia and they shipped us a gift package, and the shipping cost, I was like, wow.
Yeah, it's brutal. It is. It's crazy. It's crazy.
So is it true too that with to play that you have to use your like vocal, and I read something about moving your tongue around or tightening your lips makes a difference in
Yeah, so it's kind of like, do you play any instruments, Steve?
Nope.
So
the air guitar.
Yeah, no, I hear you. That's cool. Look, I don't play any instruments with any proficiency except for this. All right. And but I do know that the fundamental sound is made, as far as your mouth is concerned. Anybody that's ever played a trumpet, that's what you're doing. That's what your mouth, your lips, that's how they interface with this. You're making a tight connection on there with your face, right? And your lips are tight and pursed a little bit. And yeah, the different amount of like you're moving your tongue around in your mouth, and like where it is definitely affects the sound. You'll be able to hear it. Yeah, it's cool. Sounds really cool. And you can talk through it. You can make various different sounds and stuff like that. Yeah.
That is interesting. Really interesting.
It's quite a lot of fun to play.
Hey, John Kemper. It possibly could have been the didgeridoo.
Saw a guy in the park blowing through a longhorn. Yeah, so there you go.
So, but I just realized, Dr. Clown, that I didn't have the share stream thing on, but I turned it on. So,
I don't know what that is.
at the top right corner, basically, if you wanted to, you could share this to, it would share to your channel.
Oh, okay. I don't
And
think
we'll
I'm
go out
signed
live.
in right now, and that's why when I tried to a minute ago and it blipped me away because I'm not signed in over here on this computer and stuff, and it would just be no. We'll just do this, man. This will be cool.
Okay, that's cool. I still got to download that sound effect.
That's right. Now you won't even have to go far. You'll be able to just go right to your own channel and get it. You want another one?
Oh no.
Yeah. There you go.
Now, Steve, now be quiet. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh no.
Okay, now wait for it. Wait. I'm going to give it to you a little bit louder. Because this is Stacks. This isn't me saying these things. This is Stacks. So I've got to turn this up to a respectable level.
Oh no.
One more.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a two-pronged operation. That's right.
That's perfect.
That's right, man.
Perfect.
This is fun.
Sovereign Soul Unchained. What's good, brother? Why don't you have a wrench? Hold on. Good to see you, man. How is it? Yeah, good to see you, brother.
Okay, now Lord Spike Protein said that that's loud. I'm going to just make sure it doesn't get that loud again so that next time I do this, totally survivable. Nowhere near as loud, just as survivable.
Had to get the sound bite.
I hope you guys don't think less of me for taking my gloves off, but you know,
That's got to get hot.
Yeah, I'm committed to the bit, but I'm not going to wear the gloves. I have to be able to scroll and still do things.
So when did what age were you when you seen the didgeridoo and you were like, I'm gonna learn how to play that?
It's an excellent question, and I had certainly heard it before in some music and stuff, but never realized what I was listening to. But I was at the Renaissance Festival in rural Georgia. This would have been probably 1997, 1998, something like that. And there was a dude there that had a shop set up where he was sitting there playing the didgeridoos, and if you bought one, he was going to show you how to play it, right? And I was totally hooked when I heard the sound of it. It's just like, oh man, this is so freaking cool. And like I said a minute ago, I don't play any musical instruments with any proficiency. You know, back then I did make music with drum machines and synthesizers and computers and stuff like that. But it was more of what you would call, you know, like experimental electronic music or whatever. And I didn't play it with any foundation in musical ability, right? Lots of noises and beats and that kind of stuff. And I knew that this would be a really, really cool thing that I could sample and use as background drones and stuff like that in the music that I was making. And so I just decided, look, I'm just going to learn how to play this thing, you know? And I mean, that was all I did. I mean, I've seriously tried to play this thing for at least a year before I knew how to do the breathing and make the sound, you know, make a continuous sound and stuff. It takes a lot of time.
It takes a while, huh?
To do it, yeah.
Damn, so late 90s, huh? Wow, that's
yeah. And
Renaissance, man. They don't really have that out here, but I grew up in Detroit, but northern Michigan, every year they would have the Renaissance Festival, and
fun.
I miss going. It's so much fun.
Oh man, I mean, we've gone I mean, we've gone every year. I mean, we didn't go during the peak of the Rona because they'd shut it down, but then we went and we did have fun and we filmed there, you know, and filmed all the diaper-faced morons walking around outside in 90-degree weather with their face diapers on.
Right.
It was great. And I was there just about a month ago and there was just barely any masked people. It was beautiful. It was wonderful.
Well, that's what amazes me out here. It's every day still see it
Me too.
riding
I
their
yeah.
bicycles. And I was just telling my buddy last night about you and your channel and everything. And I was telling him, like, man, if I just took like an 8-hour day and I just went out and focused on just taking pictures, I would have a month worth of pictures, and you'd have to have like an 8-hour live stream to show them all.
I remember when we first started doing that, you were able to just kind of effortlessly send in 50 pictures, no problem. And
Yep.
that's how it is in some areas. Some people just geographically are surrounded by masked people. And yeah, I can only imagine how bad it is when you're completely just immersed like that. It's not quite as bad where I am. I still, if I make an effort to try to count them, if I count, it used to be I couldn't go 5 or 6 cars before I would see somebody in a face diaper driving. Now it's maybe 10 or 12, but there's still, it doesn't take long to see one, and it always makes me smile.
Right. Yep. So, well, shoot, now that we got a little over 20 people in here, do you want to, for anyone that doesn't know about you, you want to tell them about your channel and
sure.
any other social media sites you have? Because I know you have more than just YouTube.
I will tell you that I am 1/3 of a musical and audio video mock band called Media Bear. We make parody music videos with a some would call it a conspiratorial bend, some would call it a nonfiction bend, and we've been doing this since 2020. May of 2020 we released our first video, which you played at the beginning of this thing, and then we've been making more since then. My wife and I do regular streams on the internet where we hang out with all of our other friends on the internet and look at all the diaper-faced idiots sent from all around the world. And we're still making music videos. We just released an album. We've made
Vinyl.
Yeah, we've released our first vinyl album. I can show you that in a moment. We've now made 39 parody music videos. That does include some Christmas songs and some kind of seasonal kind of stuff like that, but it's quite a lot. It's quite a body of work at this point, Steve. And it's been
You can get a
tremendous amount of fun. We've met
couple of them.
awesome people. That looks cool with the chroma key out for the thing too. That's freaking awesome. I want to show you the vinyl though, Steve. Look at this. This is just, I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, that is awesome.
I mean, let's just get in there. Just look at that. That is so freaking cool. First vinyl I've ever been a part of. My boy Stax, who is my musical counterpart, has had a couple of vinyls that he's been a part of musically over the years. This is the first one that I've ever been a part of. The way our musical process works, some of our best songs have been conjured by when Stax, who is our singer and our music producer, when he comes up with a song that he wants to do, right? And he'll say, well, what if we did Hit Me Baby One More Time, right? And then if I get a good enough idea of something that I can write for it, those are the absolute best stuff that we've ever done. To me, Stick Me Baby One More Time, which is our version of that song, is right up there with some of our best stuff ever. this very next one that we're working on right now, Steve, I just need you to psychologically prepare, because it's going to be absolutely glorious. And era-wise, you're just going to love it. You're just going to be like, holy cow. And it's another one of these where Stax wanted to do this song, and then the lyrics for this thing, I wrote this thing in like probably like 5 or 6 minutes, and I think it's really, really funny, very clever, very I think it's going to be absolutely awesome. And I have some really cool ideas for the video for it. And so yeah, man, we've just been having fun the whole time, despite all of the BS that has been heaped upon all of us. You know, we feel really lucky to have met a whole bunch of awesome people like you, and freaking Talk with Tiffany and Uncool Paranoia, and lots of people
Yeah.
out there all around the world.
Oh, this and every time you do come out with a new song, every time it's good. I've never once been like, that one was just okay. Like every
Well,
time, like, yeah, they nailed it again. Did it
very
awesome.
kind to say that. There's been a few that I've wanted to do that I've just done myself, where I can make like a real kind of a fool of myself with the voice, because I'm not trying to sing with any kind of real acumen.
Right.
Stax, dude, his ability to number one, to recreate the songs all digitally inside the computer is remarkable. And it's difficult to really explain it to somebody that's not sitting there and watching it happen, or that isn't intimately aware of like the kind of music making process of how music gets made now, because a lot of it, what we're listening to, isn't instruments at all. You know what I mean? The idea
Right.
to make a record that you need to bring in the bass player, the guitar player, the piano player, the drummer, and the kazoo guy is not realistic, you know? And I mean, to describe what he's doing as a one-man band with the as far as the like the production of the music and stuff, it's extraordinary thing to see. And not only just from where the technology has come, but what the and like I said, I don't have any music ability like that, but somebody who knows the piano so well, right? They can transpose that knowledge to how to create music with lots of with, I would assume, all of the different instruments, right? And so yeah, it's
Yep. Yeah. Actually, an old friend of mine, he grew up playing the violin, and then we were at a customer's house once. This was like 20 years ago, and they had a piano, and he just started playing. And I'm like, "You can play the piano too?" And he's like, "Pretty much play any instrument." It's kind of like to him, he's like, they're all the same.
right. He must have learned piano, is I think the way that works, because if you learned guitar, you can't necessarily just go and shred the piano like that. But
Right.
yeah, he's, I mean, he's what could easily be classified as a musical virtuoso, right? But also with the singing and with his voice, and he takes lots of time. We'll go through lots and lots of takes and multiple different iterations of the passes, right? Because he's not doing our stuff in a way that like conventional music would be made. Like, I mean, for one, I mean, I'm writing the choruses are different for each pass of the hook and stuff like that. And so, in a normal song, it's the same exact thing. And it's they're in the
Right.
studio, they're literally copy and pasting those passages thrice, and then, hey, cool, let's go home, but
Right.
he's sitting there recording each part. He's not recording each part in little bursts and getting a sound and then moving on and recording 3 more words with the strong. He's really sitting there and doing the entire passage and stuff. And so you're getting a really authentic recording and performance. And we put a lot of time, heart, soul, and all that stuff into it. So, we have a lot of fun making them. And yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine how much work goes into just one video. Even that last one he did.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so much fun, man. I mean, but on that one, for instance, there were 9 filming days. So that meant, and then because I remember when I was calculating this, by the time that it was released, there were, I had 15 editing days on it, and which meant that he had at least 25 days working on it, because he was, he's working on stuff right up until the last, 3-4 days,
Right.
changing little things here and there, making things better, all that kind of stuff. So, yeah.
So do you guys ever have to deal with copyright or anything?
Only once, actually, so far. We did
Not bad.
our version of I'm Too Sexy by the Right Said Fred guys. Ours was called I'm Too Healthy. And they actually, YouTube did remove that one for a copyright violation. But it was apparently something that was brought on by the copyright holder, because most of the times what happens is they just simply say you have to share the revenue with whoever and all that kind of stuff. So
Right.
um
Yeah, that's not bad though. I mean, out of his, how many did you say? 30, shoot, what'd you say?
39.
39?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's not a bad number at all for only
No.
having one copyright.
Well, and it's a little frustrating, because what we're doing are not, YouTube treats them as cover songs, which they obviously are not cover songs. Just in the same way that Weird Al Yankovic isn't doing cover songs, he's making
Right.
original pieces of work, and I feel like that's what we're doing also. But there's only so much, so much you can do.
Yeah.
Do the best you can.
Yeah, because how can you consider it a cover song when none of the lyrics are the same?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's weird. I've never bought license for so, a lot of times what we'll do is we'll start off with karaoke versions of the music, and because he's working on the computer to recreate the stuff, we'll start with these karaoke versions that then the instrumentation can be laid out and applied to quality instruments, and then each part gone through and scrutinized and nuanced in all of the micro tailoring and stuff that's going on.
Right.
But I've never tried to, because some of these places, the karaoke versions will sell you a license that you can use it for monetized work and stuff like that. But it's a little expensive, So it's like,
Yeah, I seen something in was it YouTube not too long ago where you could purchase and I don't remember what it was, but it was like $2,000 or something. And I was like, what? Just to use a song?
Yeah, this wasn't that much.
Video?
Probably some kind of subscription where you get some kind of unlimited amount or something like that. This was, definitely not that bad, but still, with the frequency that we're putting stuff out, it would end up being thousands of bucks, So
right.
Nobody wants that.
So what other besides YouTube, what other social media sites?
Just Twitter, really. Like we're on Rumble. And we have a backup channel on Odyssey that all of our stuff goes over there. But that's really kind of about it, man. It's our website, which is drclown.com, where you can view all of our videos there. You can buy all of our CDs and our DVDs and our vinyl and order a shirt, that kind of thing. But as far as other places where we're releasing stuff, it's just YouTube and our store. That's it.
And I have a lot of it.
You sure do. You've been there, been on the ride since the very beginning.
Yep. I think I seen a little while ago, Independent Menu United said she loved watching your videos when all that shit started happening, and I found you at the same time when all that started happening.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a hell of a time, wasn't it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Bleak. So
there are 2 doctors on the panel. Ask for help.
That's right. If anybody needs any science, you're in the right place. As far as the didgeridoo, like I was thinking what I would do, Steve, was I was going to play just a little bit of the didgeridoo without any manipulation, without any effects or anything like that. And then back here, I have an effect machine, right? And a looping device that I can go through and I can loop some of the stuff. And I've got my gong back there, which means I also have my trusty gong striking mallet, right? And so
Which is awesome.
I'll start off with making sound just with the didgeridoo, and we'll just listen to that for a minute, and then I'll stop, and then maybe I'll just start making some sound with all of the other stuff, and just do some looping stuff for a minute, if that's all right.
No, that sounds good.
It's good, right? What time is it right now, Steve? I guess I could look right here.
Well, for me, it's
doing good.
For me, it's 2:43.
Oh my! Wow.
But 8:43 for you, because
2:43. Wow.
Middle of the day.
Wow, that's so wild. So you're used to
Thursdays are my Sundays. I take
That's-
every Thursday off, so I can do this.
Wild, bro. So you're used to watching us in the daytime. It's just like an afternoon activity. That's so weird. Okay, that's hilarious to me. All right, good. That's awesome.
I'm usually always at work, and I always got my earbuds. And it's funny too, because a lot of times I'll be at a customer's house working or something, and I'm always like looking over at my phone or listening, and I start laughing, and they don't realize I have an earbud in, so they're like, the plumber's under the sink just laughing at himself. What's wrong with this guy?
So
you know,
they're like, oh man, how bad is it? Right? Like, how screwed are we? This guy's invoice is going to be through the roof. That's awesome. So look, I just saw that Mo Tibber is all up in the house.
Yep, I just wrenched him up too. I seen that. What's up, Mo Tibber? Good to see you, brother.
Good to see
and Adrian Sports and Karaoke. Aloha, good to see you.
That's right. So Mo Tibber's seen me play the didgeridoo before live. He's seen it live on stage. Did you know that, Steve?
Oh, on stage. Nice.
Yep. He's seen it live on stage. And maybe twice, actually, now that I think about it. At least once. It's good stuff. So, all right, cool. Well, look, I'm going to change my mode here. We're going to go into this mode right here. Are you ready for this? We're going to go into this mode where I'll have two different cameras available for your viewing pleasure and safety, both sanitized, protected. And I will start, again, like I said, playing just the didgeridoo, and then I'll play some with all of the stuff. All right. And it's all improv, obviously. And I mean, this is, like I said, look, I'm going to be making sound for you with a didgeridoo and a gong and a kalimba. So it's going to be a little unconventional. All right. I know that it's going to come off as weird. You're like, Dr. Clown, it's going to be unconventional and strange. I'm like, if you haven't got used to that, yes, it's going to be a little weird, but we're going to get there. Okay. And
we like weird.
Good. I'm going to have to, and I know this is going to really bum out the guy that told me that I need to put my safety equipment all together, but I'm going to have to take off my facial prosthetic. All right.
Yeah, it might be a little hard to play.
It's going to produce a crisis, a conflict of principle to remove it. And that's why I had to provide like a little bit of a different view of the safety lab in here. And, the more I think about it, I may need to actually go and turn off my neon sign. No, I'm going to leave the neon sign on, but I am going to remove my safety equipment. Okay. But I don't want anybody to get concerned. It's safe down here, protected, and everything's going to be okay. All right.
All right. I think I'm going to have to take my safety jacket off too, because it's a little warm.
Fantastic.
A little warm in Hawaii today.
Okay. Now I'm going to mute my my lav microphone now, and we're going to listen only through my other stuff. So it may be a little bit louder. Okay, Steve, be ready to turn it down if you need to.
Okay.
Hey, yay, yay. All right. So that is kind of the basics, right? The didgeridoo. Let me just look at the chat here for a moment. Yes, Mo Tibber is remarking that he saw me play with Chief Crow, and it was absolutely awesome. Thank you, Nightcap with Nancy. Hi. Thank you.
You know, I have to give Mo Tibber a quick shout out because he gave a super chat, and I always shout out a super chat. So this is for you, Mo Tibber. Mahalo, brother. Mahalo.
Wow. That was intense, Steve.
Oh, I love playing my mahalo and thank you for the super chat videos because it just gets you in a good mood every time.
Dude, I'm gonna have to step my game up. That's pretty intense, man. Damn.
Yeah.
I like that.
What the didgeridoo do we have going, Steve-O? What's up, brother Steve-O?
All right, so I'll make kind of like a I'll just do like one of these kind of soundscape kind of things, right? And then we'll just come back and wrap it out for a minute. What do you think, Steve? Or do you have some kind of like musical interlude that's planned? What do you think?
Nope, you're good. You're all
right, cool. Would it make you? I could put my goggles on. I realize that I have to take the facial prosthetic off. I could do the goggles like that. I'm not gonna leave them on. Now for this, I am going to need to use my, I'll need the didgeridoo. All right. And to show you some of what I'll be using, I'm going to use this.
Okay.
That's called a kalimba or a thumb harp. All right. And it's, all right, that kind of thing. Don't know how much I'll actually be using for that, but you know, it's one of these things that I've got that I can make some sound with. I'll be banging on stuff like that kind of thing, right? I can make some different effects happen with this box, but I can also loop stuff with it. So we'll show you how that works. All right, Steve, Harloha, and friends. It's about how much air I have for the didgeridoo for the night, I think.
No, that is so cool though, man. Because I can't even imagine how I couldn't even blow up a balloon the other day. So I know I wouldn't be able to do that. But yeah, I was researching a lot of it earlier. Well, not a lot of it. I keep saying a lot, but I did a little bit of research, and I'm giving myself too much credit. But but yeah, they say that goes so far back that they would use it for rituals as
Yeah,
from
man.
anything from like circumcision to weddings to funerals and anything in between, you know.
Yeah, well, you know, I've heard people say before that it's the world's first musical instrument and stuff like that. I don't know if that's true.
Oh,
But
Kate Mill Pointer.
but you know, it could be. Oh, look at there, Kate.
Wow, thank you. And you know,
I'll read it to you.
also
She says you can exercise the Rona with that setup. Awesome sounds.
and also Talk with Tiffany gave a super sticker a little bit ago.
Listen, can I talk with Tiffany's? You know about it. You probably haven't tried any of it yet. Did you? No, you haven't. See, I've sent out some with the current people that won the Rona Bucket Challenge last time. She loves it. Kate Millpointer loves the tallow products that she got from you, Tiffany. She loves it. And it's a big hit around here for the hand creams and all that kind of stuff. Really, really fantastic stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, and I told Talk with Tiffany was asking if I had a P.O. box, and it's my irresponsibility. I've been meaning to do it for a couple months now, but I haven't. But I told her that you do have my address, and I trust her to have it. So if she has a way to contact you, that I trust you to give it to her, and I'm good with that. Axiom, what's up?
Got it.
But I do have to give a shout out to both of them for the super sticker and the super chat. So I'm going to play a little bit of a longer one.
Can you play just the sound of that, and then you and I can just rock out to it? I think that would almost be better. I think they would really enjoy that. Is there a way to do that?
Oh, good question. I don't know if there is.
Throwing a wrench into the works. Listen, Steve, I don't want you to change and abandon your safety protocol just for some stupid suggestion that I have because I want to dance and be a silly.
No, that's a good idea, but I don't, because when I have it under the video clips.
Yeah, see, yeah. So it's
sure if there's a way.
Yeah, no, it's gonna play his video, but you guys can imagine, because when he plays this, what I'm gonna be doing, it's gonna be like this.
Yeah, I seen you on the bottom on the last one. You were getting down.
Perfect. He'll see, you know, Steve, look, you guys can just imagine how awesome it is, and Steve will be able to sit there and watch me jamming out to this awesome song. Thank you for the super chats, y'all.
Yes, thank you. Mahalo, big time. And this one's a little longer than the last one because it's for two people, so that'll be a twofer.
Stepping it up. Okay, here we go.
All right.
Just make the crowd go. Just make the crowd
Nice, right?
Dude, that was so intense, Steve.
I
Wow.
love it.
It's like I was there. Took me there. Freaking awesome.
Aloha, Jeremy. What's good, brother? Haven't seen you in a little while.
What's up, Jeremy?
Hope all is well, brother.
Chrissy Cat is
Johnny
in it.
Carlo?
Tony Carlo is in it. JM
Chrissy
Unleashed is in
Cat.
it. Travis Joe is in it. I'm keeping him very safe and protective equipment.
Yeah, Travis Joe, you're always safe here. As
You're
long as we have Dr. Clown, you're always safe, brother.
going to be just fine. You're going to be glad that you did, in fact. So, Steve, listen, that's all the didgeridooing that I've got in me for tonight. I cut the grass and stuff today. It's brutal. It's like we've had one of these unbelievably mild summers here in the Southeast, here in the wild, Rona-filled pastures of suburban Atlanta. And they decided that it was going to get hot now. And so the last couple of days, it's been like 90 degrees outside. Humidity's gone up to about 85%. It's a lot going on.
Yeah, I don't miss that about Michigan. Because you go from 8 months of freezing cold to month and a half, 2 months of is it gonna get warm to holy shit, it's hot as hell.
Mm-hmm. I can't do
And
this.
the humidity.
Yeah,
The humidity
I
is
just don't miss that at all. I can imagine.
So I got another question then. So as far as like you said you started playing in like 97, 98.
Yeah,
The
that feels about right.
didgeridoo.
Yeah.
But you're like what's your main preference genre style of music that I mean if you're like me, I love all music, so it doesn't matter. But was there any specific style of music that when you heard that it kind of made you think of other stuff you listened to?
Sure. So I listened to a lot of punk rock music when I was growing up, and I kind of got into from that. I got into, I guess, just like weird experimental electronic music, right? Whether that was weird instruments, weird instrumentation, weird ways of making music. A lot of times it fell into the just the sphere of just computer music in general, right? And I had after I got before I had gotten the didgeridoo, I had the musical equipment and stuff that I had consisted of like old analog synthesizers from the 60s and 70s, and a fairly new and sophisticated sampling drum machine, right? And so with those two things, I would make just this weird, silly, soundscapey type of music and stuff, right? And somewhere along the line, I went to go and do an open mic night at some bar in Atlanta, and I went there to go and play the didgeridoo. And I didn't take any of my other stuff. I didn't have any of my other gear or anything like that. I purely just went to go because I knew, like, I can go and I can play at this open mic thing, and I'm going to be the only didgeridoo player that's there. There won't be another one, you know? And so that will be interesting, at the very least. And so I go there, and after going there like maybe once or twice, I ended up meeting, or maybe 3 times, I ended up meeting several people that were going there. I'm talking with the dude that kind of organizes this thing, and we decided that between, several of us were going to kind of team up and do a one night at this bar where I'll play the didgeridoo. We had a DJ that played. We specialized in doing drum and bass, jungle drum and bass music, right? And so we had a DJ. We had a guy that played hand percussion. I played the didgeridoo. I had an analog synthesizer for all kind of wubs and basses and weird, noises and stuff. And it was really fun, and did that for a really long time. But it was never anything other than we never recorded anything, never released anything, and never did anything other than club nights and stuff like that. So,
Right.
But I got used
open
to
mics gotta be scary though too. Open mics, that's
Yeah, well, but if you're I wouldn't want to go do an open mic as a stand-up comedian, but
Right. Yeah. That would. Yeah.
but like an open mic as a didgeridoo player, you kind of can't go wrong, really. I mean, even the people
Right.
that are turned off by it because it's too weird for them, it's like, okay, well, I'll certainly allow that. But most of the people are intrigued by it and haven't seen anything quite like it before and quite enjoy it. So I think it's pretty cool.
That is cool. Yes. Hey, you should check out. I had him on a few weeks ago, and I'm actually gonna have him on again in 2 weeks from today. Blue Unicorn.
I see him in the chat.
He makes instruments from anything, and
Nice.
he's really, really interesting and just really smart, intelligent, really cool guy. And yeah, he just grabs whatever and turns it into an instrument. And it's amazing to me.
Wicked. That's very cool. I'll have to check it out. I'm gonna make a quick note.
But yeah, he'll be on again for a part 2 in 2 weeks from today.
Right on. I'm going to check you out. But yeah, that was, and so I got kind of used to playing the didgeridoo live like that, and then so over the years I played on a couple of different recordings 'cause people would know that I would play the didgeridoo, and I got to play on a couple different records and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
That is cool. And that's what everything's about too, right? It's having fun.
Absolutely.
Turn the TV off and enjoy life and stop living in fear.
Yeah, I just kind of had this idea, like we need to do like one of those midnight oil songs or something like that, where I can get Stax to do his best Australian singer, like come from the land down under and all that stuff. Like do one of those things, like they'll lock you down. And anyway, but like
that's a good idea.
But like, we need to do one of these Australian bands, and so I can play some freaking didgeridoo on the thing, like maybe in the credits or in the intro, or kind of like there's maybe like some breakdown in there or something. That could actually be really cool. Do like a minute work song or something.
Adrian's Sport and Karaoke channel. I seen him in chat earlier. He's in Australia, and he's got a cool channel too. But his plays at like 3:00 in the morning my time, so it's hard to catch it. But
right on.
But yeah, that's a good idea though. Come from the land down under.
I'll do something. I love that song. It's all about picking a song that has a lot of historical nuance and some nostalgia behind it. But man, you're gonna really like this next one. Like I said, it's one of these where it's a song that Stax wanted to do, and so these are some of the best ones. He came and suggested let's do something for crap. What is the song I'm trying to think of now? Masking Alone Now. All right. He was like, we need to do that. I think we're alone now song. Right. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking about it. And okay, I think we're alone now. And it's like, okay, masking alone now. And you just kind of, there's this moment where when they say like, when you speak it, it becomes real and all this kind of stuff. Right. Well, I will hear what his voice will sound like doing some of these parts that as I'm sitting there writing them down and stuff like that. It's like, oh my God, this is going to be so freaking hilarious and fun. I cannot wait to do this. And this one that we're working up right now is going to be one of those. So it's going to be really, really good. Oh, Junk, are we about to dance again, Steve? Is this about to happen?
Yep. We're about to dance again. Let's see. Yeah. We'll go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. At Jason Goddard.
Awesome! Holy moly! That's right, brother. Hey! Nice. That was
you hear my sound
Right
effects
on.
playing over it?
What's that?
Are you guys able to hear my sound effects playing over that when he plays that? When I'm playing like Stacks going, yeah, and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I really wasn't paying attention, but I'm pretty sure I did hear it. Did you guys hear it in the chat?
Yeah, if you're able to hear me, I'm betting that they're able to hear it too. So that's awesome.
I think so. Yeah, because for a while I thought when I played a sound effect, if I was muted, no one could hear it. But I just found out the other day that even when I'm muted, they can still hear it. So on karaoke, I may have screwed a few people up. Sorry
Thank
about
you,
that.
Connie. That we've got confirmation, dude.
Oh yeah, cool.
I can play along with those when you do them. So it's just going to keep getting better. Hey, look, Lee Harvey Orwell is in here. Are you ready for this, Steve? I'm not trying to like hijack your show or anything like that, but look, I just want to call out the donator of the very.
Let me wrench up Lee first. There you go, Lee Harvey Orwell. All right.
Yeah, that's going to be the safest way to operate for the rest of the evening. Because listen, I want you to know that that's the guy that gave us the Rona bucket.
Oh, right on. Well, shit, yeah, you definitely get a wrench.
So this has worked its way into many of our music videos. I even figured out a way to work it into this most recent one with the rim shot kind of sound. But yeah, man, you know, look, at the end of 3 years of this chaos and turmoil and servitude that we've all lived through, dude, I've collected some of the coolest artifacts, the coolest memoir, what is the collectibles and stuff, right? I mean, who's going to believe in 25? Look, oh yeah, there's still a Rona bucket.
Right.
What? I didn't do this. For anybody that's wondering, this was a Canadian handyman store like Lowe's or something like that. They call it Rona inexplicably. But I don't think they're around anymore. Thank you, Lee Harvey Orwell.
I like the sticker on there too. I noticed you had the
That's exactly right. That's how you keep everybody safe.
I have a lot of merch.
Yes, you do.
A lot of Dr. Clown merch.
Yes. That's how you protect everybody. So Lee Harvey Orwell says, "Hey Doc, my favorite line ever was I guess me saying, I never knew how much I wanted a Rona bucket until I had a Rona bucket." Oh man. You know, listen, Lee Harvey Orwell, it's so true. And when I picked this thing up, Steve, at the store, at the UPS store, this without the sticker, okay, this is how it arrived. He sent it like this. He sealed it up, he taped it up so that he could keep all of the Rona away, and then he just stuck a label on the top of it and sent it through the mail. And this is how I picked it up. And so you can imagine at the height of the Rona, right?
Right.
I'm going into my UPS store to pick this fuck thing. They're like freaking out. They're like, what is this? You know?
Whatever you do, don't open the lid.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just had the biggest smile on my face picking this thing up and driving home with it, just like, I cannot wait to see what is in this thing. And dude, he sent me these gigantic trash bags that you would put your yard, you know, when you chop limbs down and stuff, and you have the yard. Oh
yeah, the I
yard
know what you're talking about. The
really
the
tall
yard waste
bag.
bags.
Thank you. He sent me some of those, and they just say Rona really big on the side of them, just really big. It says Rona. It's so funny.
That is awesome.
And he sent me the Lochnar. Oh, where's the Lochnar? I was just filming with it. It's in what we call the green room here. Lee, I still have the Lochnar, Lee Harvey. I still have it. You're gonna have to pry it from my gloved, sanitized hands.
That's funny. I actually had the yard sign. Masked people are sheeple.
Man, listen, when I ordered those and they showed up here and I was opening them, my second oldest daughter It's like, Dad, you're not going to put those in the yard, right? Like, no, I'm not going to put these in the front yard, sweetie. I won't do that.
I
So
used mine as a in my work van to keep this, the sun thing.
Yeah.
So when I
Oh, I
parked,
love that.
I
Oh,
would
man.
put that in the windshield to keep the sun from making it too hot inside the van, and I just sit back and watch people walk by, and they're like,
Oh, I love
"What's
it,
this
dude.
thing?" You know,
That's so
as they're diapered up.
Yes, it's great, dude. I love it. Well, I was on an airplane the other day and I recorded some people watching the videos. I like to play them on my laptop when I'm riding. And I
Yeah.
was watching through the footage, and there's a couple of moments in there where there's 3 people and they're all watching my laptop. And it's just hilarious. It's just funny. None of them know they're being recorded, of course, and all that. It's really hilarious.
Right. Yeah, that's the best too. Just I don't know, it just blows my mind. I don't know. From day one, I knew it was garbage. But over 3 years later, and it's like, really? Come on, people.
Yeah,
But
it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. They really are that dumb. These
yeah,
people who are supposedly leading civilization.
it's like I always say, I'm either getting really smart or everyone else is getting really stupid. Or maybe a little bit of both.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever.
Nightcap with Nancy's asking if you and Karen record her birthday song yet.
Listen, Nightcap with Nancy. I have recorded one, but I sent it to you and freaking thing bounced back, and I didn't look back far enough to see that had happened. It's a whole demoralizing event. But we need to record a new one for you, and so we will. We might even just do it live. I might just like call you in a minute when I get done here with the misses on. Just do it live, old world style.
I think I'm missing something there. Blue circle star.
Oh, I don't know. Is that the gong? Maybe she's saying. I don't know.
It might be. Yeah, because I'm not seeing a blue circle star.
I'm looking at the chat that's on this stream time or whatever this thing is called, and maybe there's a emoji or something on YouTube. I don't know.
Oh, you mean on the okay.
The channel members, Nancy. Channel member.
Yeah, channel member, yeah. Blue circle star next to the name. I got you. I was looking at the screen going, I don't see a blue circle star on the screen, but yeah, in the YouTube chat.
Yep. Heck yeah. Yeah, man. I got a couple days off. Not doing anything until early next month. How about you?
Right. When shit. Yeah, I never know. It's like I might have the next 3-4 days off, or I might have to go to work in 20 minutes.
Copy that.
So it's always up in the air.
How many times does that happen when you've been doing your show?
Well, it's quite a few times, but never to where, because there's a big difference in what a customer thinks an emergency is and what an actual emergency is.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So unless it's flooding and causing property damage, or something's on fire, which doesn't really concern plumbing, but it's not really an emergency, and it's like, well, when I use my sink, it overflows. Well, then don't use your sink, you know?
Yeah.
But,
That's like the
but I
dentist.
know
Tell them,
2
oh, it hurts
times,
if I chew over here, and they're like, yeah, don't chew over there anymore. You're like, oh no, I can't.
right? Yeah.
It won't work for me.
But one time for sure, I remember is right after I kind of first started live streaming, and a call came in, and they were on the 3rd floor of a apartment complex, and or no, they're on the second, and they weren't even using their water, but everything was like their bathtub was filling up, and so that wasn't and then Nina took over the live stream. I went and did the job, came back, live stream was still going, and then we finished the show. Worked out pretty good.
That's awesome. Teamwork, making the dream work.
Yeah.
It's good. It's very good. Very cool, man. Well, you know, I which one of our videos did you say that you were going to play for the ending of this?
Oh, I was actually gonna do two. One of them was your latest one.
Yeah.
Or no, wait. Yep, the
I put it
latest.
on.
And
Yep.
let me
I was
see.
just
I
going
gotta
to
go switch over.
talk about them before you played them or something like that, and give somebody some context, or maybe there's something.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's even better.
Like why Put It On was one that I wrote that back in 2020. And the lyrics are the same of what we've got for it today. But it's just one that we just never ever did until, well, recently. And it was funny because when in the beginning of it, ours right now, it says a few years later, and initially it said it's a year later, right? Was the way that it started. This new version, it's a year later and my TV still tells me to mask up, deny my, right? And it's
Right.
like, okay, we got to change it. It's been now it's not been a year, it's been 3 freaking curve slowing asphyxiating years of this nonsense. And but yeah, dude, we had a ton of fun making this one. I used my 360 camera for some of the stuff, for that just kind of mind-bending perspective of that stuff. We filmed a bunch of it in my backyard here on playground equipment, and then on a couple of different playgrounds around here. So, we kind of freaked some people out with our costumes out there live in the wild. That's always
No,
kind of
that's funny because I was actually gonna ask that earlier. I forgot, but yeah, because for that video, it's like, were you like at a park? And if so, like, I can imagine people just walking or driving by, going, "What the?"
Yeah. So, I mean, it's probably a little unnerving, I would think, if I didn't know what was going on. I mean, I've never really had any kind of conflict or anything like that with any of this gear, except for one time when I went to some kind of protest that was happening outside of some administrative school building here, and I went to go and be there with all of my protective equipment, and people were unnerved by it and they complained about it, and the cop actually came over and told me that he wanted me to take off my stuff and leave. I'm like, oh, okay. And obviously I'm not the guy that goes out there auditing the police and all that kind of stuff. It's like my methodology of auditing the police is auditing the amount of time in which I'm speaking with them, to truncate it down very slow.
Right.
Out of there. So that was what I did. But yeah, I mean, everybody was cool at the park. No big deal. No worries. Just a little couple weird looks.
That's because I was thinking too. Let's see. So I put it on, and then safety mask.
Mm-hmm.
One that always sticks out in my head.
Yeah, that could be one of our very best in a lot of ways. That one kind of has all of the goodness of the mockery that we have the most fun with, and also just so much nostalgia in that song, and everyone knows it. And I've had many different times, dude, where I'm playing that thing on my car and I'm next to somebody on an intersection or a walker or something like that, and they think that they're listening. I pull up and it's dun, 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 and they think that they're about to start singing along with the song. And when they realize that the lyrics are in fact decidedly different, the absolute just moment of realization for that. I just think that's just so funny. That kind of thing just makes me laugh. Happened not too long ago with Karen and Sam. Actually, I was at a intersection, and Stax, the way that he did that song, it sounds. I mean, to say that it sounds exactly like the original recording is kind of it. It sounds a lot better than it sounds like somebody remastered the original, or something like that. Let's just say that. And so this dude that's listening to it in the car next to me, all he hears is the music, and it sounds exactly like what he's expecting to hear. You know what I mean? And he's like looking over at me. He's this kind of like older black dude. He's just like, yeah, man, this is, it was like one of these moments where you can just tell he's like, oh yeah, man, this is awesome. The 80s were cool or whatever, and
Right.
comes in with, two American normies dressed like the Taliban or something like that. And I just remember him just being like, what? Wait, what the hell? He's like, okay, see you later, man. Take it easy. Oh, dude, are we about to dance again?
Oh, yeah. The Speed Society has changed during the Rona. Eric convinces me even more than ever it's entirely plausible we have forgotten a majestic past. Thanks for holding the line, y'all.
Mm-hmm. So, we're gonna do a thing on my show. My wife found a book at the Goodwill. It's a how would I describe what this thing is? So it would have been membership science fiction literature that you would have shipped to your house, but this book is like InfoWars of the 1940s. Okay. And in fact, I think this might have been written in like 1950, I'll have to look. It was a long time ago. Okay. And it's written, there's this guy who, there was a book, a science fiction series called, I think they were called Amazing Stories was what this book was. And this guy, it was, a lot of it was, people would submit their stories to this thing. And then this book would publish these short stories and stuff like that. And it would give exposure to these authors and all this kind of stuff. Right. Well, so this guy, he starts sending in these things to this Amazing Stories place. And some of the people that work there are like, what the hell is going on with this? This guy is sending us these tomes of information and all this stuff. There's no way we could ever publish all of this. And he's talking about all of this, what there's like these weird beings that live inside of the hollow earth. And he's talking about these various access points and what they've got ancient, forgotten technology that they're using to broadcast things into space and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, this is something that this guy wrote in 1948. Okay. And it's extremely interesting. And I can't think of the name of any of this stuff. The guy's name was Shaver. Okay. Something Shaver. But we're going to do it on our channel. And I want to show you guys this thing. It's really, really cool. Very fascinating. I think you're going to dig it.
Especially from 1948. Wow.
Yeah, it's old, man. And the way that it's written and the just the way that it's written is very artful and creative and yeah, very interesting. Lord,
this is for Cape Mill Pointer. And this is the best one yet.
All right, let's make it happen.
Here we go. Oh crap! Was that the same one I played last time?
Bro, that is intense, dude.
That wasn't the same one, was it?
I don't know, man. as soon as the beat dropped, it was just, I was just carried away to into a trance-like state of celebration.
It is. Music has that power, right?
Straight up. You know what else has that power? Hypoxic accumulation of toxic gases inside of a facial prosthetic. Now,
Absolutely.
we've been talking about this, and you've been reading about the sub, right?
Oh yeah.
Capsule. They go down there, and it's like, oh yeah, it's gonna be cool, guys. We're gonna go down there, take some selfies with the boat and shipwreck and all this stuff, right? And they're like, yeah, it's cool. We're gonna go down 4,000 meters under the sea, about 13,000 feet. We're gonna kind of hope for the best and go on down there. And they were working with a carbon fiber creation, all right? And everybody talks about, oh, carbon fiber, space age technology. It's just the next greatest thing. It's the manufacturing material of the next generation. And I'm here to tell you, you are in fact looking at the manufacturing process involved behind the next generation, handmade, bespoke, 3D printed, the best quality PPE unavailable on the market in the civilian marketplace. This level of protection can only be brought to you by your friends at Dr. Clown Safety Lab. If you've enjoyed some of what you've seen tonight here at Steve Harloha's channel, and I know that you have, I already know it because I can read. I can see your reactions and how interested you are, and how curious you are. And you're like, but Dr. Clown, is Karen going to come down and talk to us tonight? And I don't think that she's going to make it down tonight. She might have already. But Steve, you're going to come over and hang out over at our channel when we do it next time, right?
Absolutely.
And you're going to encourage all of your friends to do it, right?
I was about to say, I have the link to Dr. Clown's channel, which is Media Bear, pinned at the top. So if you're not subscribed, definitely make sure you are, because it's a lot of fun. A lot of great videos.
Yes. And Talk with Tiffany is reminding me to email your address so that she can send along a goodie bag, okay? And you got to really get prepared for it, because what you're really going to actually, and I'm not kidding, I'm actually being 100% serious right now. All right. When you get the bag, before you let your wife even see what the products are and stuff like that, like what's in it, just go through it and figure out the stuff that you are going to want from it, and just set it aside like it didn't even exist, because she's going to send you a bunch of stuff, right? She probably does this also for people that order from her. I bet she's like me, where if they order this, that, and the other thing, right, then she does this thing where then when they open their bag up, they're like, oh, dude, I got a couple lip things here or something like that, stickers and stuff. You know what I mean? But my point is that your wife's going to try to just take all of it. Basically, I'm just trying to prepare you. Like they're going to try to she's going to start using and talking about it.
Looking out, because I'll be like, okay, I'll set this aside and this aside.
I'm telling you, and I'm not kidding, because she's gonna talk about it to her friends, and they're gonna be like, oh, she's gonna say, yeah, I got this stuff from Talk with Tiffany, the tallow dream cream, and they're gonna say, oh god, the import on that has got to be insane. And you're gonna say, yeah, it's not cheap to send stuff to Hawaii, but I mean, that's why you only send the best stuff there. You know what I mean? You got to send with intent. You got to send only the best. And so it's going to disappear, and you're going to be sitting there just with no tallow, and you're going to be watching me sitting over here swimming in it. All right. You're going to see your boy Dr. Clown just like picking and choosing, right? Tallowed up head to toe, right? And you're going to say, Dr. Clown, like, how did you do it? And I'm going to say, Steve, I tried to tell you, I tried to help you, but you didn't segregate the product well. So heed my warning. You'll be glad that you did.
Be careful though. If Karen is watching, don't give away your hiding spot.
Oh shit. She is probably watching up there too. I didn't think about that. That was
Karen, if you are.
Man, you know who's definitely not watching though? My children. That's who's really taking it anyway. That's the vector of dispersal that happens. I mean, my 13, my sorry, I want to call her a 13-year-old. She's 15. My 15-year-old opens the mail, hoping that it's going to be something from Talk with Tiffany, so that she can raid the stash. So,
My daughter just turned 16 4 days ago. Yeah, on the 25th.
yeah, man, that's when it gets interesting.
Well, my son, here's the weird part. My son is 30. So, yeah, there's that.
Yep. It's good, man. You did the great reset just like we did.
Right?
Yep. I've got one that's 19 and I got one that's 2. Get on my level.
Shoot, there you go. Man, wow. I don't know if I could ooh, that would be rough. I got a dog. I take care of my dog. I don't know if I could do another baby. We got the grandkids. Well, they're not my grandkids, but they're Nina's grandkids, so.
Yep.
But those are a handful.
No doubt about it. Well, I'm going to go up and eat some food and chill out a little bit and get some rest. And just going to be a real rinse and repeat and do a bunch of stuff outside tomorrow. And yeah, this was really fun, Steve. We're going to do it again.
No, it was. Yeah, we can definitely do it again, man. Anytime.
And I promise I'll start off in my doctor's jacket next time. I won't take your audience through that whole process of uncomfortable. Like, I thought you said a doctor was going to be advising us tonight and all this kind of stuff. And then they got this kind of street looking shit going on. It's like, nah, I'm going to show up in all my proper attire next time.
You hear that, Travis Joe?
That's
Dr.
right.
Clown's always looking out for you.
That's right. You keep me honest, Travis Joe. I appreciate that.
But no, thank you, man. I was looking so forward to this, and it was an awesome time. And yeah, dude, and we can definitely do another one whenever you want. Always welcome on the
I love
channel.
it. And I'm serious about that tallow thing. And I know it's a funny bit and all that stuff, but look through it, separate it. I would say, be prepared because it's going fast.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
All right, my good brother. Well, listen, I'm going to bounce. Oh, look, is Howdy Farmer in here? Where is he? See, look.
Oh, Howdy Farmer?
So highlight Howdy Farmer's comment there.
Oh, yeah, can't confirm where to go. I just seen it. There we go.
Okay. Now, so Howdy Farmer can confirm. And now let's scroll down and we're gonna look down to Howdy Farmers. We're gonna look at, because I'm gonna ask him a question. Is what I said not true? That you have to actually keep your tallow stuff separate, segregated, isolated, safely
or
protected,
it disappears,
or it's gone. All right.
He put facts.
Yep. He has told me that his wife has said that it's some of the best products that she's ever used. All right. And my kids absolutely love it because it's not this, science ingredients and stuff like that. Right. It's very, very simple. It's old school. It's back to basics, and it works really well. So listen, I may be a plastic-faced non-medical advisor giving you tallow advice, okay? You'd be wise to heed it. I know tallow. I'm a tallow man.
I'm a tallow man. Oh, wait, I can hear that being a song.
I don't know. You know what? Listen, we've been known to make some stunning advertisements.
I'm a tallow man.
And
I'm a tallow man.
Well, it would be like
I can hear it.
Or maybe who can moisturize your fingers? We sell it in a can. Who can make the tallow with the citrus salt scrub, the Dream Cream Tallow Man can, because it's a family operation over there. All right, it's a family operation. The 3-point process over there of manufacturing, fulfillment, and delivery, and you're supporting an American family. All right, it's the coolest thing. It's the coolest thing that you could possibly do, and you're going to be totally
Because
stoked.
the Tallow Man can.
That's it.
Oh,
Now,
Travis Joe said that at the same time. That's funny. The
yes,
Tallow Man can.
there it is. Listen, Travis Joe, and you know what?
Shit, I'm really looking forward to that now. You got me all excited.
Well, I'm
I
gonna
will
get
be
out here.
checking the mail, making sure that Nina doesn't see the mail first.
I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna send her your email here in a second. And Tiffany, I want to also have you come on and do one on ours where you walk us through some of the process, right? Maybe show us where you take the orders and stuff like that or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Do something fun with it. Like we did with Paraplegic, like we did with Howdy Farmer, right?
Yeah, Paraplegic too. That's the coffee, right?
That's the coffee, and man,
Yeah. I still need to get some of that. I gotta.
it just doesn't get much better. But I'd be glad that you did. I'm gonna get your email or your address over there to her in the next couple minutes.
All right on, man.
And I want to thank all of you guys for hanging out with us tonight. I'm talking about, of course, Talk with Tiffany. I'm talking to Nightcap with Nancy. Travis Joe, it was awesome meeting you tonight. You kept me honest, and you kept the entire community safe and protected, along with me, your boy, Dr. Clown. Now listen, I'm also saying good night and a fine good evening to Lord Spike Protein. Fantastic username, very, very safe. I want to say good night to Charlie Gabaldon. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. I hope that you enjoyed what you saw. I hope you enjoyed what you heard, and that you're eager to know more, and that you do so by visiting drclown.com. That, once again, is drclown.com. Now, I'm going to say it to your audience just like I always say it to my audience. I expect things from you after we've shared a moment here tonight together. All of us. There's 24 of us here, I think. I can't tell because I'm watching on this thing that's probably still telling me how many people are watching from when we first started. It's probably 100 people. I don't know. The point is, each and every single one of you, the expectation is that you stay positive. And
Right on. Awesome. So, oh, that's so cool, man. That just made my entire month. That's awesome. So, Dr. Clown, everyone, I have the link to his channel pinned at the top. If you're not already subscribed, definitely go check him out. Good people, great people. Him and his wife Karen, and yeah, I would never lie to you, put it that way. So I'm gonna close the show out with two more songs from Dr. Clown, channel name Media Bear. And thank you everyone for coming, and thank you to all 47 of you that hit the like button. That is awesome. I love all of you. Even if you didn't hit the like button, I still love you. And with that being said, have a beautiful morning, a beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, a beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha, and most importantly, God bless.
A few years later, and the TV still tells me to mask up, deny my will and hope. solution. I realized slowly, like you said I would, that we're being led by this brotherhood of fiends, controlling us with screens. And so I try sometimes with a diapered head just to show I'm sane and well behaved, but I feel a little hypoxic. Somehow I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I do not die and I scream from oxygen-starved lungs. Why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on?
Wearing a mask might make people feel a little bit better, and it might even block a droplet, but it's not providing the perfect protection that people think that it is. There's no reason to be walking around with a mask.
Sanitize. Oh my God, sanitize. Swipe all the time with this bleach solution. And I spray. Oh my God, you are spray. Spray every single day. It's my contribution. I take it off sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it dried out and off my head. But fresh air feels a little peculiar. So I wake in the morning and I step outside and I take a deep breath and I still survive and I scream from the top of my lungs, why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on? And I said, hey, 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 hey. I said, hey, why put it on? A few years later and the TV still tells me to mask up, deny my will and hope, and get a vaccination.
Back up a little bit, Paul. Yep.
Why put it on?
my phone go away.
You guys want to get it again?
No.
Wake in the morning and I step outside. Diaper on my face when I take a drive. Why put it on? M A S K Science. PPE. Wear a mask if you want to, or you could leave the mask behind. You really don't need to cover your face with a diaper all the freaking time. Say, wear a mask if you want to, you can wear it when you drive. You can act like your mask will save the whole world, leaving common sense behind. Mask! Vaccine! Not for me! You can go where you want to, because masks are normalized. They react and attack when they don't see a mask, and their tempers start to rise. You can mask if you want to, though you're healthy and so am I. You can wear PPE from your head to your feet, but the virus will survive. You say, wear a mask, Rona is out of control. Wear a mask, doing it for the lows. Wear a mask, showing everyone you comply. Wear a mask, everybody's wearing a mask. Your safety mask, need a safety mask. Oh, safety mask, get a safety mask. C-19. Wear the mask if you want to, my immune system is fine. Even if you reuse it every day and never lose it, the odds are you'll be just fine. Put on the mask if you want to, but don't ask me where is mine. Cause I don't wear a mask, and since I don't mask, just stay 6 feet behind. Wear the mask, symbolize your control. Wear the mask, regurgitate what you're told. Wear the mask, put a piece of cloth on your face. Wear the mask, savior of the whole human race. It's a safety mask, my safety mask. Oh, safety mask, my safety mask. You let them isolate you. Let them indoctrinate you. They want to vaccinate you. Or they'll incarcerate you. Tell me I cannot taste my breakfast. Help me, I got no sense of smell. Tell me the only thing that works for me. I don't wear a mask ask for my help. They wanna mask you like a criminal. They wanna keep me home and inside. They wanna mask you just like Hannibal. Immune resistance is flawed. They want to play like they're God. You can have my vaccination. You can have the change that it brings. You can have your absence of breath. You can protect everything. Tell me, mask every season. Help me. It sucks, I can't smell. Safety, mask made to perfect. It's not safe to think for yourself. They wanna put you in a hospital. They wanna keep us locked down inside.
Influenza is serious business.
They wanna train us all like animals. Their whole existence is fraud. Fauci is Marquis de Sade.
I see the need for action. I see the need for a great reason. Industries which rely particularly on physical interaction will have difficulties to survive.
I don't understand. I don't have any scientific evidence on anything. These drugs appear to be safe, and they are. But they do have some toxicity.
Issue is narrative. We have to prepare for more angry, many more unemployed, definitively a lot of anger. It needs to take the necessary action.